Yeah, $10 billion takeover all the way back in 2021, coming home to roost, Cara. I'm interested in where this real estate footprint ends up being. We're losing some technology behind you, but tell us a little bit about which states, where looks appetizing to build out.
There's another part of Phoenix, that 400 acres they're trying to develop. Northern Virginia, which is of course long been a data center hub because it's where intercontinental fibers connect. So it's a high-speed area. So they're growing there. There was a big project underway called the Digital Gateway with Blackstone and Brookfield trying to build a new data center corridor in Manassas, Virginia.
Back in August 2021, Blackstone made a big move by acquiring QTS for a whopping $10 billion. Fast forward to today, and they're gearing up to construct something massive. Picture this: cranes towering over a vast stretch of land in Phoenix, Arizona, more extensive than 60 football fields. These cranes are busy building the first of 5 gigantic bunkers that will soon house thousands of computers crunching massive amounts of data. Why? Because Blackstone is placing a hefty bet on the AI revolution. After snagging QTS for $10 billion, Blackstone is on a mission to rapidly expand in the data center realm, a crucial sector for tech giants like Meta and Microsoft. Following their proven playbook, Blackstone identifies areas with a growing property demand, injects billions, and becomes the go-to landlord, this time for data centers reshaping communities across the US. The twist? It's not just about constructing buildings, it's the resources to power the digital engine of modern life. With the AI boom, companies increasingly rely on data center landlords like QTS for both space and electricity to fuel their data crunching machines. Blackstone sees QTS as a lucrative investment, transforming it from a $1 billion property player into a $15 billion data center giant, now North America's largest provider of leased data center capacity. However, the road to more data center bunkers isn't a cakewalk. This video will take a closer look at Blackstone's billion-dollar bet on data centers, the challenges they're facing, and the impact on the communities caught in the middle of this AI revolution. So what's the deal with these data centers Blackstone is building? Think of them as colossal warehouses, but instead of storing goods, they store and process a mind-boggling amount of digital information. Right now, there's a frenzy to build more of these data center bunkers because companies like Meta and Microsoft need tons of space and electricity to train their artificial intelligence, AI, software. Picture this: huge bunkers under construction in Phoenix, and engineers planning another mammoth complex on a 400-acre plot nearby. These places will soon be buzzing with thousands of computers working day and night to handle the data demands of our digital world. This isn't just about having fancy buildings, it's part of Blackstone's game plan. They've got their eyes on the shortage of places that can support the digital backbone of our lives. Since they snatched up QTS, Blackstone is pumping in loads of cash to turn it into a top player, a landlord for the tech giants. QTS, which was once a small player, is now transforming into North America's biggest provider of leased data center capacity. Why the rush? Well, the AI industry is booming, and these data centers play a crucial role. They're not just about storing your photos or videos. They're the engine behind AI, processing vast amounts of data to make things like predictive text or image recognition work. And guess what? Running these operations takes a ton of electricity. Why the sudden interest in AI and data centers? It's all about generative AI, where algorithms sift through loads of data to create new content. This creates a hunger for more technology. And you guessed it, more data centers. These data centers need powerful servers that consume about 4 times the power used in regular cloud processes. So the race is on. Private equity firms like Blackstone are diving into this gold rush, throwing billions into the mix. When Blackstone was thinking about grabbing QTS in 2020, the AI boom wasn't as clear. Some folks were skeptical. They wondered if these data centers were the right move and if Blackstone was a bit late to the party. But a trio of dealmakers convinced them otherwise. They saw the future, big tech needing more infrastructure for their AI game. They predicted that data centers, being a pain to build, would give landlords the upper hand in setting prices. And here's the thing, it's working. Rents for these data centers have shot up. Big companies are willing to pay over $100 per kilowatt, a significant jump from $70 to $80 just 3 years ago. In top-tier places, it's even hitting around $150 per kilowatt. It's like the landlord's holding the keys to power and charging a pretty penny for it. So Blackstone is all in, and QTS is reaping the rewards. QTS's valuation has more than doubled since Blackstone took over, reaching a hefty $25 billion by the end of 2023.
Investing in data center is an incredible opportunity. Seeing where the world's heading, leaning in, that's what we try to do at Blackstone. If you're a major tech company thinking about making a multi-decade, multi-billion-dollar investment, you care about who your partner is. Will they be there for the long term? Do they have the capital to invest to build this data center out? We think this positions Blackstone in a really unique way.
Blackstone is steering investments toward this data center revolution, even telling investors in August to put their money in if they want a piece of the AI action. But it's not all smooth sailing. Power constraints are throwing a wrench into the works. These data centers are expected to gobble up around 6 gigawatts of electricity once they're up and running. That's like powering 5 million homes. It's a lot, and it's causing headaches in some areas where power is already stretched thin. Now, let's talk about the hurdles Blackstone and QTS are facing as they power through this data center revolution. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are storm clouds on the horizon. First off, it's like a game of tug-of-war with resources, especially power. These data centers are hungry for electricity, and the numbers are staggering. QTS estimates that once their projects are up and running, they'll be sipping on about 6 gigawatts of electricity. To put it in simple terms, that's what roughly 5 million homes need to keep the lights on. But here's the rub. Power is already stretched thin in some parts of the country. It's like everyone plugging in their devices at the same time, and the system can't handle it. QTS's hunger for power is raising eyebrows and causing a bit of a fuss. Some campuses might need new power lines, and that's not great news for others already on the grid. It's a bit like a power struggle, pun intended. And then there's the thorny issue of economic impact. These data centers might be bringing in big bucks, but not everyone is happy about it. It's creating a divide, like a wedge splitting neighbors apart. Some see the benefits, jobs, tax revenue, while others are left out, watching as their community transforms into a giant computer hub. Imagine your cozy neighborhood turning into a buzzing data center park. It's causing a bit of tension. You see, getting approvals for these data centers isn't a walk in the park either. In places like Manassas, Virginia, there's been a showdown.
Packet or a list of 30 organizations who are against transforming more than 2,100 acres of land into space for data centers. But among those in support of it, dozens of homeowners who live here along Pageland Lane.
We're not moving away. We're going to fight to protect our quality of life.
The Prince William County Planning Board says there's still a lot to be done, from the 3 zoning applications still being processed, which could take months, to 2 more hearings before the final vote. Back to you.
Residents and conservationists squared off against a proposed multi-billion-dollar data center development. It's like a face-off between progress and preservation. It's not just about the dollars, it's about the community's heartbeat. The data center industry is growing, but it's not evenly spread across the US. Some areas are becoming hotspots, and this is causing a bit of a power crunch. People are concerned. They don't want their resources sucked up without clear benefits for their community. Blackstone is standing firm, saying QTS's data centers bring in a boatload of tax revenue and jobs. They're selling it as a win-win. But in the world of real communities, it's not always that simple. There's a bit of a public backlash, a pushback against these data centers that gobble up power and resources. It's a sticky situation for Blackstone and QTS, navigating through economic gains and community concerns.
The wonderful thing about this AI revolution is it won't be for your children. It won't be for your grandchildren. It'll be for you.
Looking at the broader impact of generative AI, it's not just Blackstone set to profit. Major players like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Meta could see an annual boost of $400 billion to $660 billion in operating profits. The rivals of Blackstone, including Apollo Global Management, Oaktree Capital Group, KKR & Co., and the Carlyle Group, might not have spoken on Blackstone's $25 billion AI bet, but the potential is too significant to ignore. While we can't be sure of Blackstone's success with this bet, what's undeniable is that AI is the way forward. Blackstone's move aligns with the broader trend, as generative AI alone is expected to pump up corporate profits by a whopping $4.4 trillion per year, according to recent research. So it's not just about Blackstone. It's a shared understanding that AI is where the future profits lie. As companies, Blackstone's competitors included, tap into the potential of generative AI. We're looking at not only Blackstone's potential gains, but a collective surge in revenues for major players across industries. Now let's shift our focus to the importance of community engagement and what lies ahead in the future plans of QTS. Under the watchful eye of Blackstone, QTS, backed by Blackstone, is well aware that their growth isn't just about data centers, it's about being good neighbors. They understand that power and resource demands can stir up concerns in local communities. It's like realizing that building a powerhouse comes with the responsibility of ensuring the neighbors aren't left in the dark. In response to these challenges, QTS is proactively engaging with the communities where they set up shop. It's not just about getting the paperwork done. It's about having conversations with residents, conservationists, and local officials. It's like hosting a town hall where everyone has a say in the neighborhood's future. But the story doesn't end there. Even after the approvals, challenges persist. Residents and a conservationist group have taken legal action, alleging violations of zoning laws. Blackstone, as the strategic force behind QTS, is playing a role in these community dynamics. They're not just building data centers, they're shaping the narrative around them. By facilitating conversations between QTS and energy providers, Blackstone is contributing to the dialogue on sustainable growth. It's like recognizing that being a player in the data center game goes hand in hand with being a responsible member of the community. To sum it up, we've looked into how data centers, especially those led by QTS and Blackstone, are shaping up. We've covered their growth and the $25 billion bet on AI, the hurdles they face, and how they're interacting with local communities, a story that mirrors broader changes in the tech and business scenes. Let us know what you thought in the comment section down below. And if you found this video informative, like and subscribe for more insights into the world of business and tech. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.